Yeah, I watched your Spruverse video. Pretty interesting. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass kit to do, let me tell you. I should know. I made it. So I thought I'd share with you some new video, because any video I have of the Phoenix, which I can't seem to find, of course, is very old, very low res. So I'm going to use my video, or my camera, my phone, for that matter, to get you some nice, shiny new video. This is running on 5 volt because, oddly enough, taking out the display case where I normally have it set up, I unplugged it, brought it downstairs, plugged it in, the fucking power supply stopped working. I don't know why, so I gotta order another 9 volt. So I use 5 volt now, not so much 9 anymore, so I order some. But anyways, here's some video. So I'll try to concentrate a little bit on the areas of detail, I guess, so you can see. I know the engines you're having some trouble with, and the fit here. To be quite honest, I can't remember what was going on with the fit here, but that's how the bottom of mine looks. Oh, terrible wash job there. You know, so yeah, I did include those strips for that reason, because I was lazy and I didn't feel like going through the trouble of trying to fill that entire edge. Although I think on this one I might have, I don't remember. But and it shows you how much the engine hangs out as well. Let me let me put it back on the base here. I have these little points here, little holes here, because I kept on doing this, putting the stand on and going down into those down thruster intakes and trashing them. So I have to make sure it lines up right. The interior, I should probably wipe these windows off so you can see in there better. Yeah, I put all blue lighting in mine as well. But yeah, it's a very tight fit in this interior, I'll give it that. You can see how close the control panels are to the window. They're very close. Oh, look at that. Time ruins everything. Haven't touched it in years, so of course I go to touch it and I push the fucking window in. Wonderful. A little tape to pull it out and I'll fix it. And you're right about that wall there. It just marries up against the back of the other one. You know, I don't think there's much to see. There's a dude right there, as you can see. Very, very, very dirty windows. No, so I only got like one light source in there, if I remember right. But like I said, this is on 5 volt instead of 9, so it's not as bright as it should be. Bed's over there. That's a kitchen. Over there, that's a kitchen table, very low kitchen table. You might as well use it as a bunk. And then, of course, down in here, you can see how it kind of fits, and again, how it hangs out past the, you know, has these little square things that go right here, so it kind of folds. But it does proud out a little bit. You can see this little thing here, how far up this is compared to where this sits, which means the engine sits back a little farther. It might be too late to show you this, but as I'm showing to you. Then I added a few cables like you did. Like, these are not with the kit, these pieces here, I don't think. Those are add-ons. I decided to make these bright because they're like hot rod engines, you know, they add these nice shiny new parts to it, more or less. Add-ons, these are like add-on parts. You can leave those off, of course, you know, make it faster. And kind of dark in there. Should have brought my light so you could see better, you know. But I know you know how it goes in. You can see how it says. Well, it has an angle to it, so it's not hard to figure out. Remember, I had to sand these down pretty well, even on mine. This and back here to get it nice and smooth here. So I made the detail a bit deep. That way you'd have something to sand down to without losing it, the surface detail. And how the engine's set. And if I remember, I had to grind this little box here down a little bit to get it to fit like that. That's where those little danger things go on those round tanks. I don't know why I put those engines on there. I just thought they were kind of neat, you know. These little, almost like the shuttlecraft has those, their external tanks, you know, little boost of power or something like that. I don't know. Of course, the way these things light up here. Yeah, they're running a little slow. Again, 5 volts versus 9. These little guys go here. Mainly they're, I made them because there was a defect in the mold and I couldn't fix it, you know, at the time when I remolded it, until I remolded it again, which I don't know if I ever did remold those wing parts there. But so I made those little parts to glue over any imperfections on this edge, you know. I know it's a cheat, but it's a good cheat, you know. So and I noticed, it's the second time I've done this, it has a little thruster engine, you know, to stop it there. But on mine, it's missing. And I remember finding it and thinking, oh, I went to another model and I pitched it. Brilliant. That's all right. I'll make some new ones. I don't have the molds for these little engine things anymore, but I'll just, I got plenty of engine bells and files, so I'll just make a file piece and print it out and stick them back in there, make it look close enough to that. But yeah, if there's any other areas that are confusing, let me know. You can see I didn't do anything to like fill this in and make it nice and pretty because I wanted to make it look like they were removable. And that's actually how they're supposed to look, you know, originally. Off of the 11-foot Discovery that I helped build with Scott Alexander when he had Atomic City. Oh yeah, and that's how these fit, you know, on there. The wide end goes to the engine, obviously, and you know, so it's a bit of a pain. Again, we try to get in here so you can see a little better. You know what? Let me go get the light. Much better. I got some light bouncing in there so you can see detail down inside there a little bit. You know. I know I'm going, oh, sorry, I went to television, didn't I? Don't want to do that. But yeah, it's just, you know, I really wish those frameworks like these ones that are sticking out right here, these ones that go to the engine, I wish I'd have made them the same color down there. It's kind of a race car dragster kind of thing where they have the chassis would be a bright color. And I really wish I would have done that to this model, but I didn't. Kind of like what I'm doing with the Dick Dastardly car, where the chassis is made that is painted this kind of green color. So, oh yeah, here we go. Now you can see how that looks. What I did. Paint. It could use some separation of color and some of the details in there, but I think I was in a hurry to get it done, you know, to get the kit out. So originally these curved, those little vents there, there's supposed to be windows there. Curved windows, and there's supposed to be like supply rooms or something in there, just or detail. You look through a window and see detail in there, engine parts. It's always kind of cool. You have like a clear cover over an engine part. I almost was thinking about doing that to this before I, finished. I was going to have like a clear cover, but after looking at the design, I said, nah, it's too much of a pain in the butt. So I did do it with the Jaguar Racer, Dove slash. And yeah, you're right. The stand, that's kind of boring what I did there. Now that I look at it. But I don't know how many years ago I did this. What, 10 years ago? No, hard to believe time just flies. Yeah, so again, I'll throw a little more light in my interior. The window's very dirty. Well, that doesn't help when the light is reflecting off of it you're trying to use to light it up. So, very dirty. Maybe I should clean those off and take more video. So, but yeah, that's some good close-up design. Pictures of this thing, and yeah, that is it.